In this video, Dr. Tim Shanahan responds to the question, why do we guide students to read stories?
We guide students to read stories really for three major purposes. The first one surprises some people, but it's really the content of the stories themselves. We want students to learn the kinds of information that stories contain. Stories tend to reveal to us the nature of human relationships and how we get along with each other, or how sometimes we fail to get along with each other. It reveals to us information about how people develop and change and really become themselves. Certainly one of the things stories do is they expose students to a range of different kinds of characters, which seems to be important in the development of traits like compassion. We learn to understand and appreciate the perspectives that other people bring to a conflict. A second thing that students learn from reading stories in the classroom is they develop richer language skills. The stories give us an opportunity to expose students to more complex vocabulary, interest in metaphors, and those kinds of things. It also allows us to make the sentences more complex as kids develop, and those types of things. It also, of course, gives students a chance to practice and apply their decoding skills in a comprehension situation where they have to both decode but also think about the ideas. And so that's a whole important constellation of things, that development of the student's language and decoding and so on. And the third area where I think we really need to put a focus is on providing students with the kinds of tools and skills that will allow them to take on other more complex stories or other stories independently with greater facility. And so teaching students things like how stories are structured, which can help you to remember that key information, or learning strategies for keeping your head in the game, thinking about the information in the text, or focusing your attention on the right kinds of information when you're reading. And so we want kids to understand things like the structure of how stories are put together, because that's a generalizable part of stories that carries across literally thousands of stories in our culture and enables kids to make better sense of those on their own.